Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Mindy here. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're staying warm and I hope you're staying healthy. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about a return to normalcy, thinking about what life was pre-COVID, and starting to think about what fragrances I'll be wearing when normal life starts to resume. Of course, this is probably a little bit of a fantasy of mine. This is Positive Mindy coming out, really hoping that we get back there here soon. We're going out to games again. We're going to sporting events. We're going to dinners. We're going to the office again. All of those things that many of us really deeply miss. So today I want to talk about easy reach fragrances that I'll be reaching for when normal life starts to resume, when we start thinking back to that pre-COVID life that we had, and the fragrances that we would be reaching for when we're around people again. So the first fragrance that I have is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This is a soft, citrusy, woody fragrance that is very easy to wear. To my nose, it is very likable, and I think most people would enjoy wearing this. This falls outside of that typical realm of fragrances that I tend to reach for, which are more heavy gourmands, but this is certainly one that I really do enjoy wearing, and I'll reach for a lot in the summer months. There is an intense version of this fragrance, and that is one that I'm interested in as well. I got this well before the intense version was out, but certainly thinking about longevity and projection, that would be one that I definitely want to check out as the summer months draw near. Another fragrance that I consider to be an easy wear is Black Opium by YSL. This dries down to sort of a coffee, almond, vanillic vibe to me, and it's one that I find to be sweet and enjoyable. I do think it's sort of an easy grab, one that you could pick for the day and smell very nice. Another one that I find to fall along those same lines of Black Opium is Love by Sofia Vergara. This has praline, it has coffee, it has vanilla, and it dries down similarly to Black Opium. I really enjoy wearing this, and it happens to be a very affordable fragrance as well. This is another one that I like to wear when I need a sweet fix, when I want to smell a little bit like coffee and have that warm, cozy feeling. This is a really nice wearable scent on a daily basis. That's Love by Sofia Vergara. Another fragrance that I find to be an easy wear is Kenzo Flower L'Elixir. The bottle's a little wild here, but I find this to be a very alluring scent and one that you could easily wear any day, anywhere. This one has bourbon vanilla, which I love. It has praline and raspberry, and a lot of people say that this fragrance smells a lot like Prada candy. I've smelled Prada candy, but I haven't worn it frequently enough to know, but it seems to have a dry down similar to Prada candy in the sense that it has sort of a caramel vibe. And while I do really enjoy this scent, there's one thing I'll say. I was reading reviews and I was so happy that someone else picked up on this as well. I get the faintest hint of nail polish remover from this fragrance. I don't know why that is. It's very, very subtle to me, but I was reading on Fragrantica the other day that somebody else mentioned that this smells like acetone. It's not overpowering, it's very, very subtle as I mentioned, but certainly something to call out because that could be considered off-putting about this fragrance. I still believe that this is one that you could easily wear in any situation. It's an easy reach. You don't have to think about it. It just smells nice. Another very easy reach fragrance for me is Mon Guerlain Sensuelle. This has lavender, it has Tahitian vanilla, it has patchouli, it has benzoin, and it is a classy, elegant fragrance. I truly enjoy the sophistication from this fragrance, and I think anyone would smell lovely wearing this. It truly is, like all of the Mon Guerlains, a very easy reach fragrance and one you're going to smell beautiful wearing anytime, any place. Another fragrance that I find to be a really easy wear for me is Ariana Grande Cloud. This has praline, it has whipped cream, it has coconut, and those seem to be the notes that I pick up the most. Maybe a little bit of musk and woody notes. Arguably, one of the things that Ariana Grande Cloud is most known for is its comparison to Baccarat Rouge 540. And while I believe this is a really great fragrance standalone, a lot of people do like to explore this scent simply for the reason that it's compared to Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And I do like that scent, and while I don't have it in my collection, I have gotten many samples over time. I have one here, and I have chosen not to get a full bottle of that fragrance, really truly for one reason. I don't know if this has happened to you guys before, but sometimes I'll read something on Fragrantica, I'll hear somebody make a comment about a fragrance, and it then influences psychologically how I feel about the fragrance moving forward. And that happened to me last summer. After I had gotten my first sample, I couldn't quite explain what it smelled like. It's such an unusual scent, and I get the woodiness. Sometimes I get that medicinal vibe that people talk about, but I get the sweetness. I can see why people talk about spun sugar. I had seen somebody mention on Fragrantica that it smells like Kool-Aid. And while I don't think it smells exactly like Kool-Aid, I do get a very heavy fruit punch vibe that I now notice from the fragrance every single time I wear my sample. I digress. I just noticed over time when people say certain things about fragrances, it gets in my head and it then influences my mindset on a fragrance, which can sometimes make it hard to wear it again. And that happens to be the case with me with Baccarat Rouge. That being said, I do truly enjoy wearing Ariana Grande Cloud. This is one that's an easy reach for me. This is a great one to choose. Another fragrance that was an absolute no-brainer to put on a list of easy reaches for me is Flowerbomb by Viktor and Rolf. This one, I get tea, I get a little bit of that freesia note, and I get musk and patchouli from it. And this truly is a beautiful no-brainer scent. If I want to smell nice, I want to smell pretty, this is one that I love to reach for. One thing I wish Viktor and Rolf would do is bring back Flowerbomb Explosion or Flowerbomb Extreme. This scent is beautiful, but it does have soft projection. It has sort of shortened longevity on my skin, and I would love to see the explosion version or the extreme version come back so I could get a sniff of it, because they sound like they would be a beautiful scent if they're anything like the original. Again, that's Flowerbomb by Viktor and Rolf. Another fragrance that I think easily fits into an easy reach list is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. And while I've mentioned before that I absolutely love the intense version of this fragrance, this one is easily a 9 out of 10 for me. At the top you get the citruses, and then it warms down to sort of a patchouli, a musk, a vanilla, and this one is a little bit more sparkling, effervescent, a little bit more zesty than the original, and this one could be considered by some people as the more wearable scent of the two. This is a staple in my collection and one that I'll always have. Another fragrance that I do consider to be an easy reach in my collection is La Nuit Tresor by Lancome. This is a beautiful scent. It's a little bit fruity, it's the slightest bit smoky, it's warm, it's cozy. It has a little bit of a caramelic scent to it, and it's very, very alluring to my nose. I do think some people would consider this sultry and potentially not daily wear appropriate, so I did debate including it on this list. I do like to wear it in any occasion. I find it to be a very easy reach to my nose, but an alternative to this is another fragrance in the La Nuit Tresor line, and that is La Nuit Tresor Nude. This has sort of a vanillic vibe, and it also has coconut in it, but it's very soft. And this is one that I definitely love to reach for. I reach for it in the winter, but I prefer it in the summer, and it really just has a very beautiful scent profile. And I think either one of these would be stunners in any setting, and a very easy reach for me. The last fragrance I wanted to include on my easy reach list is La Vie Belle Intense by Lancome. This is a sweet, nutty, woody fragrance. And while I recognize that this fragrance line is very popular, a lot of people think it's overdone, it is one that I still think is absolutely beautiful. I think it's very wearable. I think most people would consider the La Vie Belle fragrances a crowd pleaser, and I don't think that you can go wrong if you want to wear this as an easy reach. All right, that's my list. Those are a lot of the fragrances that I consider easy reaches in my collection. They're easy to grab if you don't know what you're gonna wear for the day and you just want something to grab and go. Each of these are beautiful scents in my collection. I'm curious, what are the easy reach fragrances in your collection? Let me know, because I wanna build this list out. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.